Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the final draft of this best of 3 series. Evo's Icon now going once again on the blue side, Echo on the red. Ling, Uranus, still the same. Bands coming through with a Fanny from the side of Echo. Thank you, Ashley. It's Group A.
Yeah.
You guys are
I told
analysts.
you guys. I told you. I told you.
You need to
Group
trust
A.
in Polius.
Yes, I am wrong. Okay.
Okay.
No, it's just the
chill.
gimmick from Gani.
No, Gani, go stand in the corner.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Gani wants to test the audience. They are still in the focus watching this match? Because the audience gonna like roaring on the comment section. It's Group A.
It's A. Oh, I
Nice
like
job,
it.
audience. Yeah.
Thank you, audience.
Very smart, Gani, keeping the audience on their toes.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah,
Let's
keeping
group-
them focused.
This is Group D, by the way.
Oh my God.
Now he's lying.
A new alphabet.
Sure is. But here, the Eve is actually the adaptation coming in from Evo's Icon as their choice of ban. Kaja, still the same from Echo. Now, with the Uranus being banned out, that does leave the Kadira as well as the Angela. I think they're just gonna leave it open.
Still
Contested,
Florin
maybe?
too.
Yeah, exactly.
We
A
gotta
lot of
see.
fire heroes, yeah.
Mhm.
Ida.
Even the Valentina. But yeah, we are rarely seeing the Valentina getting banned. But yeah, no Angela. And Valentina is got the first pick by Evo's Icon. I think, yeah, Icon needs to think about it. Like, are they gonna play using the Fredrin game? Because usually when Valentina get first pick, the enemy is gonna pick like Fredrin and Cloud.
Kadira?
Kadita.
Kadira is open, which is different, right? Game 2, it was banned out. Let's see here, because that slot was banned.
See?
Oh, it's gonna be Claudia, right?
Yeah.
Claude Fredrin here, which leaves open the Kadita. But will they commit to a Valentina Kadita here?
That's top 3 hero of the day.
Seems like so, seems like so.
Definitely, definitely. That's something that they sure can explore here. I mean, last time around, Evo's Icon went in with the Beatrix, lost it. So do you think they might pick up a Leslie this time around?
Rory
Mm.
Leslie,
Success.
like the game one.
Exactly. Repeat their success from game number 1.
Good point. I like that Leslie pick. To add to that, take the Teruzla away. Is that a good move?
Ooh.
So Terizla and Leslie.
Leslie, but no? Oh, no.
Lauren.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a
Beatrix.
50% correct,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Right. Florin is going to be the choice here, but they do go
Kadita.
for the Beatrix. Oh, that's so perfect by Echo.
Because they know 3 of the heroes are like didn't have any good dash ability.
Mhm.
Beatrix only have the skill to. Neither the Valentina, even Florin need to use the flicker
Yeah.
or even the Purify
Mhm,
to
mhm.
run from Kadita. I think that's a wise choice.
It is a very bold approach here from side of Evo's Icon. Realizing that Kadira is open, they do not pick it up. They instead commit to the floor, and let's see second phase what will happen. Echo, they might go and ban towards the
Grok.
Grok. You're right. Grok should be the prior ban here. But
Just
no?
anything with playmaking, honestly, right? Because with the Florin pickup, they are going to commit onto a healer again. That is going to provide a lack of control with a dive coming in from Echo, because we have the Blazing Duet with Claude diving into the backline, Fredrin. We also have the Kadita to dive in. They need some sort of CC to lock these heroes down.
Yeah, just ban Terizla, please. Because Sanford is very good, but they just banning the Hayabusa first. I think Zaida Hayabusa is not too
Effective?
good. Yeah,
Mhm.
during the game 1.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, because Hayabusa still can go to the back line immediately. That's why it's very dangerous. You can aim Beatrix or even Florin.
Terizla banned by Echo.
Okay, so Echo, are they limiting their own options here?
Sanford
Ah.
has a lot to play around with, right? You can
There-
even use the Fredrin in the XP lane. There's Lapu Lapu. That's also still an option. Glue is also still available.
But there is one substitution for Terizla. I mentioned it before, Khalid.
Khalid,
We actually
wow.
saw that.
Mhm.
Where did I see that? Was it MPL ID?
Yeah,
I think
it
so.
was MPL.
Finally, Pakito. Someone realized there was Pakito
Pi.
on the draft.
Pi Khalid.
Yeah.
Ah.
And there you go, the Marches pickup. So last game it was Sujin who piloted his hero. Oh my god. You know what? I really like the draft from Echo. I gotta admit.
It's full dive. It's full dive
Full
comp.
dive.
How do you counter a full dive comp, Colius?
Aramis, but
Oh.
already have Valentina and Florin. That's the problem. Or maybe playing the APC one, like using Harriet, or maybe Lunox can be good on the gold lane, but already have Matrix. That's why there's very hard situation.
Is Barat's
for
good?
Icon.
Is
Barat's-
Barat's good? Oh no, okay. I thought Barat, they need someone that can really peel. So they pick up the Akai. Okay, someone that can crowd control, which they need. Two heroes that was picked up adds
Yeah.
the crowd control in their composition. One hero here for the side of Echo, they need a mid laner here perhaps.
Mid laner or roam is
Still,
the
yeah,
question,
yeah.
right? They
Magic.
can still go for Kufra, but Kufra's so difficult against
Oh.
the Kai.
Or even Digi.
Oh, is
That
that
can be
Yaoi
good.
style though?
That can be good for Echo.
Would Yaoi pick
Oh
up
no,
a
hit by
Diggy?
Franco. It's another surprise ability
Oh my god.
with pick off ability too. Dama gonna facing a hard time, I think. A lot of
Yeah.
heroes will aim for Doma itself.
It's looking like a really, really tough draft here for Evo's Icon. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's see the conclusion of both of these teams.
The draft has ended and the story will soon. We didn't expect an absolute worldie in that game number 2, but here we are, the closing chapter of the story of EVOS Icon versus Echo. Mirko, we're talking about it. Whatever happens here, I feel like we'll continue a trend that we've been seeing in Group A, because we just checked the results in Group A and they have been wild.
It's like rock, paper, scissors, but with everyone. Everyone's technically 1-1. We don't know what's going to happen here, but if Evo's Icon does beat Echo, then 1-1 across the board. We just saw crazy results. RSG 2-0 Burn and Yudu Red Giant 2-0 RSG PH.
Yeah, it's
Heck.
this has been a group that a lot of people thought, yeah, we're going to know the story of that. Group B is going to be the super spicy, unexpected one, but no, Group A suddenly from out of nowhere just said, nah, we're going to tell our own amazing stories here, shrugging off their shoulders, brushing off the shoulders. Let's talk about what to potentially expect. Indonesian spicy food, crazy by the way, just had some. You see, they're a strong pick-off combination here by Echo, but I like that they drafted this way because they have a potential snowball factor coming up, and they have the burst in case it's going to be difficult for the Claude in the early to mid-game. EVOS Icon, though, I gotta admit, as someone who's been spamming Florin lately, even though their draft feels like there's a bit of holes they need to patch up in terms of the damage department, I'm not going to count out on any draft that has a Florin.
You can't really count them out. I mean, looking at the side of Echo, I agree. I think the main win condition for them is early to mid. They drafted the Claude in this lineup to prevent it from going too one-dimensional, from being too one-dimensional. Early to mid, but they have that late-game insurance in the Claude. Before the side of Evo's Icon here, it really seems like they will be playing to weather out the storm early game. That's where they picked up the Akai really here. To just secure these neutral objectives for proper disengage as well to get to that mid-game power spike for the Beatrix and the Valentina.
Weathering the storm is perfectly put. There will be some rough waves in the ocean that Echo have brought out. The Orcas coming out of the gate here in this game number 3 with a lineup that can potentially tsunami all over EVOS Icon. But again, weathering the storm, they have it. They have the heals, a global heal coming in from the Florin, an ability kit that just has enough to potentially save the members of EVOS Icon when needed. But there will be an insane amount of pressure on Doma and Krite to deal the damage that they can.
Look at the emblems here. Since the patch actually came through, was released to the public, we haven't really been seeing a lot of Akai in the jungle. So this is the first Akai jungle that I've seen so far in the competitive scene for this patch. And Sutsujin actually went for the Brave Smite. So it's already very, very interesting here. We'll see if that's going to help him. I think definitely is going to help him for the sustain, but we've just been seeing spam on Quantum Charge. I think Quantum Charge might be the most flexible and maybe the best emblem to take. Because literally, even in MPLID, RRQ versus Rebellion, game number 2, everyone, well, except for the mid laner, Farsa went Lethal Ignition, all the others, even a Dyroth and a Fredrin went Quantum Charge.
Dang. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, like the utility that it can provide. I mean, get a little bit of a heal, a little bit of a movement speed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what can go wrong with that? And considering that pro players love their micros, you know, those mechanics, it allows you to outplay mechanically. Just so much potential with that emblem. Let's see, look at the other talents picked up here. Weapons Master. I like that there is actually a Weapons Master for the Valentina
Yes.
and the Grok. Well, the Grok makes a lot of sense.
And the Kadita.
And the Kadita as well on the side of Echo. But on the side of Evo Icon, they know that they're lacking damage, so they just picked up what damage that they can. With Weapons Masters, of course, Florin almost always will pick up a focusing mark. So even though you can't always say for sure who'll get the 6% extra damage, at least someone in the opposing team is getting 6% extra damage.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of just different... I love this emblem. I love the new emblem update for MLBB because even here we're seeing so much flexibility from every single player, their own playstyle, how they tackle the emblems. Because here, Martis, all right, I very clearly checked for Kyrie when he played the Martis in Game 2, I believe, of their match against AP Bren. He went with the Martis tank emblem. So the basic emblem is tank. The core emblem is tank, and he goes for the Brave Smite. Here, it's an assassin basic emblem for the Martis, and then he goes to the Brave Smite. So he will have a little bit more penetration, a little bit more to say in the early game, but he will fall off harder. That's what I've seen from Martis. If you go a bit tankier, your fall off won't be as hard. But if you go for the penetration, the assassin emblem, yeah, that fall off is gonna really hurt you.
Yeah, you just really have to adjust depending on the scenario. I mean, depending on who you're up against, especially considering that there is a Grok and an Akai and even a Florin that will build a couple of tanky items as well. An extra amount of penetration coming in from the Martis will be great. That increases the potential of a snowball because of that extra bit of penetration. Oh. That looked really funny. I didn't expect that. Zydo was just moonwalking.
He was feeling it, man. You know, he's feeling the groove. It's a thrilling night, if you know what I mean.
It's a thrilling night indeed. Let's go back into the game. Both teams just getting their buffs right now. Both Roamers and Mid just trying to provide information while dishing out as well. Echo will get the first Lethal Wanderer of the game. Echo gets the information. The Susujin is purple side. So let's see where these two junglers will meet first off in the map. Are they going to first see each other in the first turtle, or will either team go for a gank before the first turtle?
I think it's safe to say first turtle here. Doma already utilizing this early lead on the Beatrix, understanding the matchup. You do have a bit more power to play with in the mid lane, though. This matchup is quite interesting because both of them are pretty good traders.
Yeah.
I think with the Florin, it just stops the kill threat. It stops Sanji from diving deep.
Yeah, one of the clutchest heals in this game. It's just so unexpected because there's a little bit of animation right before the bloom takes into full effect. But once you see that curtain of like green mist drop onto the members and that sudden spike at the heal, along with the first skill being able to dish out a heal as well, seeing that animation return back to the Florin. Yeah, there's a reason why after the update, she's just been a top pick.
And now, honestly, it's not as aggressive that as I expected. Sanford already jumping in. Even a flicker, trying to go for the bloody hunt. Cheeky little play from Yaoi. Still gets the same effect, and Ironhook even not connecting there. And it's a good reset by Vildora with a barrier. Right now with a Terrify in. Rough way, the flicker inside! Not a lot of action, but once action starts, it's everything used up. Sanford with the Brazer's Wrath still able to sustain as the heavy spin comes down. Evo's Icon 2-0.
Flicker rough waves coming from the Valentina. We posed the question earlier. Krite, Doma, can you dish out the damage when needed? The answer from Krite there was yes, I can. But despite all that, Echo still have a chance to secure this turtle to balance out what happened to them before this moment.
I think they might just trade it. I think Evo's Icon are happy with the 2 kills. They're saying, you know what? We used the heavy spin. We used enough resources to fight you. Take it. Just take it, all right?
It's yours. I'm okay. We're happy. Now we're going to be waiting again until we see the next major sequence as both roamers. We'll just buy time, get information. Krite, can you see? I feel like he's happy now. It's like, hey, I can do that? I'm gonna do that again. I'm waiting for my flicker, guys.
Always now, just on the rough waves.
Yeah.
Yuji from a Valentina. Wait. Breath of the Ocean. Good dash out. Sutsujin. Even, I think, stealing that one out in the process. So, Yaoi and Sanji weren't really able to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, at the same time, I feel like if they use their major abilities, especially their ultimates to try and just get a kill, wouldn't have been worth it at all. The members of EVOS Icon were too close. So right now, Echo are just taking losses, but they know they can't try to force wins just yet. EVOS Icon, though, they have the ability to force out wins. One of the things we have to look out for is what ultimate Krite is going to get. Because if it's not going to be the Rough Waves, there is still a massive ultimate in the Bloody Hunt from the Franco that he can take.
A lot of good ultimates technically here. Well, actually, the Decimation counts as a pretty good ultimate as well.
Oh yeah, that too.
If you can find those resets, if you can find these members low enough, man.
It's great for Valentina.
We've seen it many times before, and it's actually been pretty flashy. But in this lane, I would have... Sanford's doing a pretty good job at actually nullifying Veldora, just constantly being or staying in his face. Veldora as a Grok, you would expect, again, him being in this lane just to cut and roam. But Sanford, because he's able to kind of match that pressure in lane, in trades, Veldora's been kind of forced in to play immobile.
Yeah.
Like, he's just there.
He's very passive right now. He's just stuck with clearing. Sanford gave the information that it's going to be Susagen or Orange side, so Echo might actually try to force something here, but nope. Yaoi misses the hook. They made the right play, so now Echo are going to have to scramble down to the turtle to make sure Zyda and Sanford will get enough help, unless they're going to be thinking of another route. But right now, with how they're rotating, it looks like it's going to be a big fight for this turtle.
Let's see, Mortal Coil going to be able to actually go through the heavy spin. Now Praser's Wrath coming down. A few pauses here already being requested. Switching in with a heavy spin. Mortal Coil comes down, and it's still going to be a steal. Retribution from Zyda, from MDL Philippines, but we do have a pause.
Despite all that, it was Zyda still able to walk out with the turtle there. And so now Echo got one, balancing it out. Pretty sure, though, when we get back here, it's going to be insane. It was in the middle of all that action. Trying to remember even like what the last major thing that we saw. We saw a red tree. So waiting for some key ultimates in. It's going to be a scramble, definitely, when we get back.
I think so. I mean, with the heavy spin already used up, Mortal Coil was the only thing that I really noticed from the side of Echo. There's definitely going to be more resources to try to force a fight here around the turtle, understanding that, you know, Echo have a lot of bursts still that hasn't been used up. The rough waves from the man you see right on your screen there, Sanji, is still available. Let's see. He's definitely got that personal vendetta against Krite. You know, you stole my ultimate earlier.
Really?
So you'll see what I can do on that rough waves too, bro.
You're going to try to be me?
I
am the Kadita. You aren't me.
I am Kadita.
I am Kadita.
Funnily enough, Kadita is actually an Indonesian hero, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, isn't there another Indonesian hero? Wait, isn't Gatot
Gatot
Kaca?
Kaca.
Yeah, Gatot Kaca. Wait, what are they like mythical, like legends? Like in old Indonesian mythical figures?
For Kadita, it's actually... The name in real life is different from the name in the game, Kadita. It's Niroro Kido in real life. It's a folk tale. So if you're in a beach in Jakarta or just in Indonesia, don't wear green. Yeah, because she likes to kidnap people who wear green.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. I'm gonna watch out for that. Got it. You single though? Oh, I mean, never mind. So
check.
green, no green in the beaches.
Yes, sir.
All right, be careful. Wait, so do people actually really follow that? Like, is it
actually.
rare to see people wearing green in Indonesian beaches?
You will rarely see people wearing green, especially at night. Maybe in the early morning to
it's fine. Yeah,
the afternoon is still okay.
Yeah.
But towards the later evening, it gets pretty scary, actually.
All right, okay.
In the beaches of Indonesia. But it's all good here. Echo, they've actually, they've swam all the way here. I mean, they are orcas.
Yeah. Even though I saw them on the flight here, they probably swam on the way here.
Yeah. I mean, that was just an illusion, I think. The Echo you met in the plane,
It wasn't really
not the
them.
real one, because obviously the logo is an orca. EVOS Icon, though, against Echo. Let's talk a little bit about the dynamics of this draft. Do you think EVOS Icon are doing better with their composition in the early game, considering, you know, the game plan is weather out the storm?
Yeah, considering that's what I like about the EVOS Icon playstyle so far, is that they're not playing too passively. Yes, Veldora is struggling in lane against Sanford because Sanford's just managing the minion wave so well. Cutting at the right time, even clearing the minion waves in the back at the right time. Getting information on the orange side of EVOS Icon. But despite all of that, they are being assertive. They're not playing passively. They're trying to make plays when they can, because they know if they allow Echo to just run all over the place and get small wins while EVOS Icon is just saying, you know what, let's just farm. That's not going to be good for them. So they're making the right call so far.
Echo, they really need to start, pushing for some of these team fights to happen, some of these pickoffs to happen, pushing the tempo a little bit more. 5 minutes in, and it's still very equal. Now it does seem like the players are already getting ready as we dive into the game. Yep, there it is. A few resources with the Bloody Hunt as well. Krite finally falling. Stanford picks up the kill. It is a 2 versus... Oh! Solo kill up top, 1v1 outplayed. Getting some sweet revenge from game 2.
All right, outplayed with an outplay onto Doma. Now he'll be able to clear this minion wave. Let's see if he will decide to push the envelope and push. Nope, Sutsujin decides to cover topside. Echo with wins across the board. There we go. That's them making the assertive plays now this time around. Right calls there. Doma just picked up a BOD. So EVOS Icon, at least for the earlier portion of the game, they did what they needed to do. They already got Doma his item. I think the next major sequences will really just be, let's try and kill outplayed in the gold lane.
Yeah. I think even for whoa, what's going on? Another combo with an Appraiser's Wrath as well. Sutsujin not able to find the angle to bring any of the Echo members in that turret range. And Echo, they're going to go and force it. Zyda, wow, very aggressive maneuver. Forced to use the Mortal Coil. Yaoi waiting in the bush, waiting for a Bloody Hunt. He has it. That's a bite, and that's a combo. Breath of the Ocean as well. Let's see, Veldora. Wild charge, healing coming down. One more shot.
Oh! Once again, just a sliver of health. Everything thrown by Echo, but the heal, the shield from being close to a wall. Veldora just had enough in the bank to survive, but here comes Yaoi and outplayed out top.
Wow, beautiful iron hook into outplay, but he's going to do well with a BMI forward. Sanji didn't need to steal that kill, but it's all good, man. Outplayed, he knows. He needs the snowballing too. Weapon mastery on this Kadita, so he actually will scale quite well.
And never forget, folks, KS isn't kill stolen or kill steal. That just means kill secured. And you do it together as a team, all right? So, in just a blink,
that is a KS.
No, that's a KS. Oh, yeah, I thought he'd get the purple buff. But Echo, they've picked up the pace. After that massive win in that second turtle, they just continued play after play, sequence after sequence, which is the right call in that scenario. And now EVOS Icon has their backs against the wall.
Yeah, I mean, Echo really utilizing the mid-game power spike that they were building towards, and even Outplayed is going to reach that mid-game power spike the same time as Kadita, as the others. Oh, Yaoi with a beautiful read, just barely sidestepped there by Krite. Praise Rat coming down. Sanji comes down, but it's a good heavy spin, but the rough waves! Oh my goodness gracious! From both of the mid laners here to evade from one another.
So much diving from these two teams, these two mid laners. We also have to mention, yes, Outplayed has the items, but I feel like one of the biggest factors as to why Echo continued to push an envelope or had the chance to was because of that solo kill onto Doma up top that we didn't get to see. That opened up an avenue for Echo that I feel like even they didn't expect to find. It's like, oh wait, oh he's down? Oh, we can continue pushing out elsewhere. And they did.
They're abusing everything they have in their arsenal at this point. Echo, 2,000 gold lead, only 2 kills ahead, but the objectives speak volumes. 3 turtles to 0. Also, a few of these turrets for map pressure. Yaoi. Bloody Hunt, Flicker, Breath of the Ocean, everything, and a kitchen sink thrown at Ivan. And he obviously won't be able to take it right now. Toma's still able to position out. Right falls to the decimation. Gets completely eradicated. Sutsujin is able to find a pin down, but it's only on to Sanford. And for Zyda, it's just nom nom nom.
Delicioso, and Zyda with a fast recall spam there. He just stares down the members of EVOS. This is my purple buff now. Take another breather. A technical pause dished out. Flower actually of the floor and will now go to Doma.
Okay, we have another pause, ladies and gentlemen. Please give us some time to troubleshoot this issue. Once again, fair play is our #1 priority in Snapdragon Pro Series Challenge Finals. Let's give the players enough time to resolve their issues. But once again, let's get back into
The game.
the game.
Yeah, let's talk about it. You want to talk about it? I want to talk.
I want to talk about
I want to talk about it too. Yeah. And Echo, again, it's just them not stopping. There's a certain sickness with specific Franco drafts wherein you just see them go to a shrub. It's like, oh, I didn't get the hook. All right, let's get out of here. And then
Uh-huh.
let's get out of here. And then this time around, though, Echo was just like, you know what? If you don't
Let's
get
get
the
the
hook,
hook. Oh, we don't get. Okay, flicker, bloody hunt. Yeah.
Oh, you
Go
didn't
in.
get that too? We'll still go in.
No, go in. Flicker, rough waves. Oh no, anything. Petrify.
Everything,
Everything. Throw it.
everything.
Everything at Evos.
Exactly.
Echo are very persistent.
Yeah, and they need to be because I think it also snapped to them after that second turtle. Like leading up to the second turtle, it's like, guys, they're playing like how we're supposed to be playing. Let's shift this around, and you see it there. This is why going into this game, we were both, I think even the panel, we're also leaning towards the side of Echo here. Because other than the fact it's been a great Martis Day, by the way, hi, what's up there? Zyda. Zyda now played look very similar to me, so I really hope that's Zyda. That they just continue to push, but now EVOS Icon are starting to feel the true power of the Echo lineup and see smiles across the board from the boys in Echo.
Yeah, Sanford and Zyda.
Zyda?
Okay,
Zyda.
I'll
Yeah,
trust
Zyda.
you on this.
I
You
know
know.
Zyda. Yeah, Zyda.
Oh, there you
Zyda,
go,
Zyda.
Zyda. Oh, there you go
Another
again.
heart?
The camera presence here, even through the technical pause, they will keep you guys entertained. Look at how kind the pro players are, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they know that, okay, we have to play good, but we have to also be entertaining, man. We got to get all the people that love us.
Yeah, that's fresh content right now for at
Oh.
least 1,000+ people who screenshotted that specific moment. Pretty sure the Echo Sockman team is also making a post out of that as well.
Here, though, different side. When
different
Sanford is a bit more playful, Sanji's like, no, get this issue. Fix this issue quick. I want to get back in the game, all right? No hearts for me. I am a serious man. Oh, there you go. We got a thumbs up from Sanji. That means good, right? Yeah?
That means good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
that means good.
Okay.
I feel like universally, whatever country you're in, a thumbs up is a good deal. Hopefully.
I really hope so.
Yeah, I really hope so. It'll be
I've
awkward.
done that a lot, yeah.
Imagine going to a country that you didn't know a thumbs up was actually the worst thing you could do to someone.
I can't even imagine, man. But
No, not just yet. All right. I like this.
Hold up.
I like
hold up.
it. You know what?
Fine.
Sometimes
It's a curveball.
a good little tease is fun. From
like-
time to time.
You want to get back into the game?
You want to? Oh no, no,
oh,
not just
oh.
yet.
You gotta build the tension. You gotta build the hype.
Yeah, it's I call it 5-play. 5-play. A little bit of teasing, you know. Just 5-play.
5-play because they have 5 players on each team.
Exactly.
Boom. There you go. I like that. Ren Mars here making creative words. Beautiful, beautiful. But again, we're seeing the issue here, still being troubleshooted by one of our referees there.
I hope we get a heart from Evos.
Oh man,
Come on, Evos.
it's very unlikely that we get a heart from Evos, man. They're
What are their personalities like?
see, the fun thing about Indonesian players is, well, not all, but most, we don't have personality.
No, my goodness.
We just answer every interview with, yeah, we got lucky. And the coach told us to do this.
It's like a footballer type answer.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, good luck, have fun to the enemy team.
Good
And then
luck,
there's
have
alter
fun.
ego. I love alter ego.
Alter egos, they're on a whole different universe,
Yeah.
realm with their personalities.
Unfortunately, for Evo's Icon, they're also pretty stone cold. They don't really show a lot of. They don't emote a lot.
Cold-blooded.
They're cold-blooded. I
Cold-blooded.
mean, they're tigers. They gotta be.
tigers.
They're predators.
Hey, but tigers can be insanely adorable, though. I mean, not that I'm encouraging for you to get one as an exotic house pet. Please. That is illegal in most countries. But they can be adorable, right?
Yeah, when they're cubs, I guess, right? I mean, when they can't eat you.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely, yeah. That's going to be a good thing. And you see there right now. So, of course, as with any tournament, we want to make sure our players are in the best situation possible to play the best that they can. So that's we're going to be sorting this out. So yeah, don't worry, don't go anywhere.
Please be
Just gonna
patient with
here.
us.
And I think for now we can eat a little bit more spicy food.
Oh.
Yeah, because the analyst will explain everything that's been going on so far.
We got a ball.
Bro, I was just eating spicy food just now.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, man. Oh,
Legit, though.
So spicy, just like that match.
Luckily, I'm not loving the spicy one. So
Okay, you don't like spicy?
I'm not.
But
I'm
what
not
about
the
these
fan
games?
of spicy food.
What about spicy games? Do you like spicy
No,
games?
it's only spicy with my words.
Oh. You haven't said anything spicy today, though.
No.
Not yet.
It's okay. I'm the good boy today.
It's the first day. It's
All right.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
try
just
to
the
dig it
first
out
day.
of him. But yeah.
So,
so
do you
far,
think?
Oh,
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
So do you think Echo
Oh,
roster
spicy.
this version is their peak.
Of course, no.
Okay, there.
Of course, definitely. Because, yeah, the last roster, we already see their performance. But, yeah, with this new roster, I think there's still a lot of potential that they can do. Of
For sure.
course. I'm the good boy. Don't worry, Aitana.
Politically correct. We don't like that. I've been trying to dig just spicy things out of people for so long, even since the challenge season, and nobody says anything weird. Why? You want some spicy stuff to spice up the competition. Come
What about you,
on.
Donnie? Do you have some spicy things?
All right, all right. What do you think about
is
Yaoi?
spicy. Yaoi?
Yeah, what about his performance?
Yaoi's performance. Yaoi is Yaoi though, Eterna. He's so consistent, reliable. Perhaps here I see sometime the disconnect between Yaoi and his new quote-unquote teammate here. So that's normal, right? Usually when you play with Carl and as well as Benny, perhaps he was already in unity, in sync. This time,
Or know the
he-
tempo.
Yeah, exactly. This time he needs to adapt in that sense.
Still politically correct.
So
Well-
what answer do you want? So
Yeah.
what do you
Eterna,
think about
we ask you.
Sanford?
Sanford. There's nothing bad to say about Sanford, though.
What about the new players
Mm-hmm.
that just joined Echo?
I think Outplayed has been performing spectacularly. Honest opinion. No sugarcoating. What
there
else?
you go. Well,
What, jungler? Zyda?
mm-hmm.
Zyda's okay. He's definitely not Carl Teasy, but he's performing, in my opinion. That's what I can say.
Oh.
What?
Just okay, guys. Please take notes
Dude,
of that.
why are they emoting right now? It's not a bad thing.
Eterna, you
Yeah.
can't compare two players.
Yeah, you
Alright.
can if they're in the same role, but you can't compare the same experience that Carl Teasy has.
2 times?
Yeah, it's like saying Banana has yet to live up to R7, but he did, which is great, and that's the thing.
Mm-hmm,
It's just development and character building. Am I digging myself a deeper hole? Should I be quiet? Should I not?
No.
Should I stop?
Eterna, we got paid just by talking. So if you be quiet, maybe your invoice will get cut.
Wait, you got paid?
Oh, no. No. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Well, thanks in here.
I just really don't think that the production made the right call to throw it back to us. This isn't like a proper conversation that we should be having as professionals.
But yeah, if we are talking about the game, just
Okay,
let's
let's go
get
back
into
to
the game. Yeah. I'm thinking about the Franco pick is really good one.
Yeah.
Because they are messing with the positioning of EVO's icon, and we already see it.
Exactly, right? I think in this current game, this current state, Echo has adapted from the side of EVO's icon from game 1, from game 2. They managed to force the game through, and in this current game, they're low-key controlling the situation. They're forcing this forced errors on towards EVO's icon.
Oh, wait, what? The game is ready? Okay,
what?
we're gonna throw it back to the casters. Miracle, Reptar, are you guys ready?
You guys got paid?
Boom.
You didn't have to throw it that fast, Eterna.
Yeah. We scrambled a bit. To answer your question first, Gani, yes, we do get paid. Please get that checked right away. And yes, we are ready. It seems like it. All right. So, let us please just, you know what?
Okay,
Let's nip it
conclusion.
in the bud. Let's nip it
Conclusion.
in the bud. I just have to say this.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to technical process, ladies and gentlemen, we get the information that you do.
Yep.
As much as possible, let's just boil it down to this. We're just making sure, at the end of the day, everything's in tip-top shape for our players.
Yep,
There it is.
See, there you go, guys. Okay, so don't worry, be patient. We're also being patient here.
Yeah.
We want to give the players as much time as they need to fix this issue, right? I mean,
Definitely.
again, fair play is our #1 priority here, and for both of these teams, it's crucial that they have whatever they need to play at their best level, at their peak performance. But also a conclusion of what Eterna said. So, Zyda, okay, now let's start with Outplayed. Outplayed, wow, great player, amazing player. What about Zyda? Yeah, he's good, but he's no Carl Teasy. Okay, let's talk a little bit about that, Reptar. Because both of us were like, why?
Okay, I'm just going to say I am going to side with Eterna here and say I get what she means. Nothing wrong with what she says. Definitely. No reason to hate on her for that. But it just also doesn't sound that good.
Especially
and I get it.
Especially after, look at him. He's
Yeah, look
literally
at
on
him.
screen. Eterna, do you not feel guilty? Look at him.
Look
He's
how
such a
sweet
kind
he
guy.
looked. He was holding up hearts with Sanford. And you tell him, you're great. You're just not Carl Tizzy great.
Yeah, don't worry. Zaida, I think his motivation now will be that. He will just
Yeah.
listen to Eterna saying that on repeat every morning to get motivation, to get up, go to the gym, and then train all day to become the GOAT.
If that happens, that's kind of sad. That's the most depressing villain arc or hero arc I've ever heard. As you see here, of course, we're still trying to sort out what's going on. As much as we'd love to be able to share with you all what is going on, we are just in the dark, as you are. So that's why we're here right now. Let's go back to the sequences that we've seen. We've already been able to discuss everything that leading up to the scenario
Transpired in the
we're
game.
in. Yep, Echo in the lead after being able to just find sequence after sequence. We're starting to feel the inevitable thing that we were gonna see with this lineup,
Yes.
which is if Echo snowballs, it's gonna take some time for the side of EVO's Icon to finally be able to claw back. So that's what they're gonna need. Time, patience, it's not even gonna boil down to one really good play.
That's why I was really curious. If they needed the time, right?
Yeah.
Why did they pick Natan and Diggy?
That's true. They're both time travel. Wait, no, Diggy isn't a time. Technically, he is.
He is.
Nathan is the bona fide time
Yes.
traveler, but Diggy is an owl.
Is that how you pronounce it? Nathan?
Nathan. You guys say Natan?
I say Natan because it sounds cooler. Nathan, sure, but
I don't know, man. It's
know what's cooler, though?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What's cooler?
alert. Only legend tickets left for you guys to watch live in Jakarta. Istora Senayan, 30,000 IDR. Starts from that price. How much is 30,000 IDR? Let me think. Oh, 1.5 USD? 3 SGD?
That's like 60 Philippine pesos.
Wow.
That's interesting. I think there's other things I think that we can look at. Something with numbers, something with standings, I believe. Yes, let's look at the standings from Group
Updated.
A and Group B.
Oh my
This is the
God.
crazy story we were talking about, folks, in Group A. Look at that. 1-1 win-loss in series across the board. If Echo wins this, EVOS Icon will be the only team in Group A to not have won a single series in the first day.
Oh, that's just going to be really sad. But again, man, I mean, look at this. Imagine all of them go 1-1. Icon somehow manages to weather the storm and get to that late game and win. Then we'll have a 1-1 full for Group A. And for Group B, a bit more black and white.
Yeah.
You know, it's just 1-0. Oh, Bigatron, Aura Fire, and AP Bren. Top three right now. Onyx, Todak, and Evo's Digest. We'll see Onyx versus Evo's later. Bigatron versus Aura is actually ongoing right now.
Yes. Still, again, there are 3 streams here in the Snapdragon Pro Series. A lot of action all across the board. And yeah. Wow. This is crazy, honestly, when you think about it. I mean, we were talking about it earlier when it comes to EVOS Icon and then, well, not just EVOS Icon, rather this Group A. Everyone just looked at Group B. They saw it as Bren against Indonesia, Todak against Indonesia and Bren. And everyone was looking at that, oh, Group of Death. But Group A, wow, after all the results, it's just been everyone smacking each other equally.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty big surprise to us, too, because we didn't expect Group A to be this competitive, right? We expected RSGPA should do really well, Echo obviously, to maybe even stomp their group. But here, seeing this game, this series alone, 1-1 against EVO's Icon, it really shows you how much the MLBB world has just developed over the course of just the last few months. The level of competition has risen because of the new emblems, because of the changes that Moonton have graced upon us.
Yeah.
It's so flexible.
It is. And you see the teams that, especially in the challenge season, like midway through the challenge season when the new patch dropped,
Yep.
you saw the teams that were willing to take risks, take at that moment out of the box ideas and then play with it, were the ones who benefited the most, and that trend continues. But little by little, I think we're starting to settle. There are some interesting learnings, though. Right at the start, we were thinking, oh, it's all just going to be core again, all damage. But then turns out, Fredrin is still an amazing jungler with damage. Marcus, Akai works. Baxia shows up because, again, with everything and all the changes for supports, healing better, Baxia would be great. And at the same time, he also deals a good amount of damage if he gets to spam his shields at opponents. So it's just beautiful to see that this is where we are right now in our sport as we go back into the game. Yeah, no. All right, I think that's finally it. No more 5 play. It's game time.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back into the Land of Dawn. 9 minutes in, 7-3, 3,000 gold lead for Echo. Quick recap before we dive even deeper. Iron Hook! Oh! Bloody Hunt coming down. Sanji with a burst in the rough waves. Takes him out with the Petrify. Beldora out. But Yaoi's pinned down. And the damage coming down from Krite will be enough. Sanford 3-man taunt right now. As Krite won't be able to use the Bloody Hunt. Appraiser's Wrath onto 3. But there's some healing coming down from Ivan.
And here comes the recalls coming out of Echo. Taunting their opponents. The signature Echo TP spam. And that is going to be the first Lord of the game secured by Echo. So far, they have secured all major objectives in this game. They are in their flow state and in their zone right now. EVOS Icon have their backs against the wall.
Oh, the goal lead only grows from here. And at the 10-minute mark, Outplayed has actually finished up the Corrosion Scythe. Massive, big boy power spike for Outplayed.
Yeah, and that is a claw that hasn't been taken out just yet. Domas had 3 deaths. Picked off back-to-back by Echo, and then one to boot before that, a solo kill there by Outplayed earlier on. Again, Outplayed, and that solo kill into Doma was one of the crucial factors as to why we are in this moment. Paired that up with a pick-off combo that is being dished out by Sanji and Yaoi, and Zyda also just being absolutely fearless with invading and taking resources away from EVOS Icon's jungler. It's now a 2-level gap between the 2 junglers.
Now with the Lord down below as well, Echo are just making their way slowly but surely. They're actually grouping up in this bottom lane, so not really utilizing the other waves here. So it's a Jin. Oh, it's going to be a 2-man, almost a 3-man. But you can see Zyda, or Sanford rather, is brought back entirely in the base for a free kill to be picked up by Doma. Equalizing just a bit, but the Lord advantage still stays, especially considering the tier 2 in the mid lane will fall as well.
Yeah, Sanford loses his life, but that is going to be tower broken by Echo in the mid. Not the most optimal thing for Echo to happen, but that was a fantastic call by Sutsujin to find the angle and the pushback. It could have been far worse for Echo. They were able to sidestep it, but EVOS Icon made the most out of the opportunity provided by Sutsujin.
It's value, dude. Outplayed, brah. Coming in here in this game.
It's the value, dude.
It's the Valley, dude, and Outplay. We don't talk about Outplay that much after the run at MSC, but it's fine because they're Outplayed is here.
Yeah, Outplayed showing up big time for Echo right now. 2-0-4, and as long as he can stay alive and be able to free hit, then Echo should be fine. And right now, again, we talked about the pressure this will apply onto Krite and Doma early on. Of course, we saw them get those kills, but now it's just going to be very difficult for them to find an opening. Here's Zyda and Echo.
Pinch maneuver from Zyda. Yaoi flickering forward with Bloody Hunt, blocking Veldora down, has the wild charge still. Look at Sanji though in the back, finds Krite. Veldora with a defensive wild taunt! Sanford! With a flicker taunt, taining them down! Sutsujin, 1 HP, gets out barely. Echo. It's all Echo in the last 2 minutes.
Oh, one of the prettiest single combos from a hero you can pull off. A taunt flicker coming from a Fredrin. Big time play by Sanford.
BTP.
BTP. Sanford in full focus right now. Can they climb Mount Everest? That is the EVOS Icon defense.
Oh, Sanji, rough waves, back at it again. Echo holding on to this power spike. They know this will last them a solid 3 minutes. 3 more minutes before, or unless EVOS Icon can get a few shutdowns, then it will be a lot less. But so far, EVOS Icon, they've been managing enough. Sutsujin, heavy spin, locking Yaoi down. Damage coming down, but Sanford now jumps in forward. Sutsujin forced to back away, giving Doma a bit more space, but Veldora falls on the back. Yaoi with a good hook to take the frontliner away. And Doma now in the back with Venom's Rage. He uses it, the healing comes down, but Zyda is not going to fall. Outplayed, comes in with a blazing duet. 2-0, free Lord for Echo.
Echo found a big win there. Could have been far bigger, but EVOS Icon able to sidestep some key abilities. A key Terrify coming in from Cry to stop the chase of Zyda onto Doma, the gold laner. But it is, at the end of the day, still a free Lord. And can EVOS Icon weather this storm? We talked about the theme of their lineup, weathering the storm. There's a big one coming their way. It is the second Lord of the game.
Wow. Now, with the second Lord, I think Echo are going to take it even slower. They know they need to take their time to set up for that big team fight,
Manage the minion waves.
the big pickoff, and the siege in the base. This is prime time for Echo.
Huh.
What do EVOS Icon do?
I do have a question though. I'm sorry, I know you posed a question, but Susujin just used a heavy spin from out of nowhere.
Yeah, I tried my best to just avoid that, but, you know.
I'm sorry, I just had to.
Yeah, that's a big resource spent already. Good barrier to prevent the Lord from charging a bit, just messing the tempo. Just a bit though. Now with the charge coming down, conceal play, Yaoi looking for the Iron Hook.
Oh,
Not connecting, Cryant able just sidestep away from that. Venice Ray is going to be coming down. Susujin still no heavy spin ready. Knocked up. They're able to clear out the enhanced Lord. EVOS Icon live to see another day.
You mentioned it, they just have to play it slow, and Echo are playing it slow, still respecting a potential comeback coming in from EVOS Icon. A good amount of wave clear and heal and sustainability coming out of VI. But now, ECHO, can they find the play as Susujin with a pin down?
Nice pin down now from Susujin on Sanji, but even nicer escape from Sanji. Understanding, hey, it's fine. If Susujin jumps on me, everybody else is spotted down below. There's no real risk of me dying. I have the rough waves, and heck, I have a lot of damage as well. My goodness, is he building to a holy crystal now?
I think he
My
wants
God.
to. That is going to be a one-hit delete for Makadita once he finds the squishier members of EVOS Icon. Minion wave clear and damage coming out from EVOS Icon means that Echo can't break that tower just yet. So, slow and methodical is the call for both of these two teams.
Very slow, even slower for EVOS Icon now. Oh,
Sanford.
Sanford with a taunt.
Okay.
Eldora going in, wild charge. A lot of resources committed.
wow.
Sanford just disappears. Yaoi is looking for a conceal play, but this is the timers that we were talking about.
Yep.
Reptar, Echo needed to end the game by 15, 16. And right now they've been able to crack a base turret open, so not that bad. But EVOS Icon are finally getting to their power spikes. Burning on a flicker from Yaoi. That's a big pick off.
Yeah, big one there. Without that flicker, means no flicker bloody hunt combo coming in from Yaoi for the next 92 seconds and counting. Sanford gone means a lot more room for EVOS Icon, even to the point where maybe they can start the inching on this Lord, drag the Lord closer to their side of the river to safety, which means Echo will have to put themselves in a more vulnerable spot just to find a more favorable team fight for this Lord. A hook misses by Yaoi, but watch out, Krite has the bloody hunt. Whoever goes in for Echo is going to be in for a lot of damage.
Good poke from the Bennett. Krite taunted up Sanford. Still looking for the opening right now. Susujin has actually started the Lord. They want
Sanji.
to be first on this. Yaoi and Sanji, the duo in the back. Doma gonna be found right now.
dashed.
Bloody Hunt, but Doma is able to flicker out, but it's only out to Zyda right now with the Bennett switch popped in. Let's see. Cry gonna be caught in the rough waves. Doma's still able to kind of wait for an hour. What do they turn? Comes down! Yaoi with an iron hook. 3-man taunt, but now it's Doma still dodging away from the Appraiser's wrath just a bit. It's still Echo. All Echo. 2-0.
5 members to 3. The Iron Hook meant that Doma would pay the Iron price. They won't have the minion waves just yet, as there's a massive one up top for EVOS Icon. There is Zyda pushing the Lord. EVOS Icon looks like they'll be able to clear. They'll be able to weather this storm, but can they weather the next? Because the next one will be the third Lord, and a massive push coming in from Echo.
Enhanced this time. You know, at this point, I'm actually wondering if Echo wants to risk resetting it to get the Evolved Lord, but I think it's a bit too low for that already. Top side, look at the base turret. He might actually be taken down by the minions. Did it fall? Did it fall?
It fell.
It fell up top. Oh.
That is still an opening for EVOS Icon, but now the 5 members are back. Full 5v5. We mentioned what a story these two teams have told. The chapter that they have written for us in that game number 2. Now here onto this game number 3. We don't know if the story will end here. Will they meet again? Only time will tell. but only time will tell if Echo will end it here. Now, in this game number 3.
So Sujin zoning in front now, finding Sanford, but it's going to be a good dash out. Sanford brought back, but it's out of the Bennett's range! Bloody Hunt and the rough waves. Yowie! With another iron hook into the Petrifier! Into the 3-man Breath of the Ocean from Sanji! And Sanford pops it in Praise's Wrath, but Doma's still alive, outplayed! Guns the base down, target priority, 2-1.
That is all they wrote. The chapter closes on this